Hey there, happy hump day. I hope that you are having an amazing hump day and that your week is going awesome so far. I wanted to talk a little bit about brand strategy and why it is so important. One of the things we're going to start with is that branding is way more than just your logo. Your brand is your message. It's how you communicate. It's your look. It's your feel. It is the entire customer experience that they have with you from end to end. So, brand is not just a logo. A lot of people will contact me and they're like, Haley, can you design me a logo? Sure, we can design a logo. And that is a tiny fraction of the overall picture for your business. Because here's the thing, a logo doesn't really tell me very much about your business. And in fact, your business name may or may not tell me who or what your business is like at the very core. So when we think about brand strategy, we think about our overall message, what words we use, what words we don't use, how we communicate with people, how we interact with people, what the overall experience is dealing with our businesses. So, why would you want to come on a brand strategy cruise and a mastermind? Well, I'll be honest, a few years ago, I would have thought that it was completely pointless. Now, what I know is that your brand is constantly evolving. Your business's brand is constantly evolving. It doesn't matter if you're IBM or Cisco or NetApp or Apple, your brand is always being updated. Your message is always trying to stay current. And you are reflecting in your strategy and in your message where you want to take your business. Who are you trying to attract with your brand? Who are you trying to attract with your marketing? And I would dare say that it's actually more than just demographics. It's really easy to do that, ideal client, ideal customer avatar that so many people talk about. She's a woman, she's 42 years old, and she does this and this and this and this. So if you think about it, it has less to do with the actual demographics and a lot more to do with the psychographics. And when I talk about psychographics, what I want to talk about is how does your audience, how does your intended list of customers think? How do they interact with your brand? How do they want to interact with your brand? I don't really care how old they are or young they are, but I may care about things like what are their pain points? What brings them into this business? What gets them to a particular point where they are doing particular things? And so understanding the language you use, how that impacts your customers, how it attracts certain people, how it repels people, right? Because you want to attract the right customers and send the wrong customers out the door flying, running for the freaking hills, because you don't even want them to come in the door of your shop. You would rather that they not engage with you at all and walk away and ignore you completely. So, one of the things I want to encourage you when you start thinking about your brand strategy is who exactly are you trying to attract? What are they like? What are their pain points? What should attract them to you in the first place? And what's going to send them away from you? One really good example of this, if you think about it, is Target and Walmart. Believe it or not, Target and Walmart have two very different brands, but they serve relatively the same function, right? You can buy a lot of the same things at Target that you can buy at Walmart. And yet the customer experience is actually a little bit different in each one, right? And if you look at people who tend to shop at Walmart versus people who tend to shop at Target, even though you can go and buy Tide soap at both of them, Dove body wash, a whole list of things is exactly the same at both of them. You get a very different set of customers at a Walmart than you do at a Target. The lighting is different. The experience is different. The look and feel of the entire store is very different from a Target to a Walmart. Now, there's a lot of things under the covers that are exactly the same, right? They both pay sucky wages. They have a ton of their employees that are on food stamps. So think about exactly who they're serving and what they're serving. But if you think about it, the customers that Target serves on average are making $30,000 to $50,000 a year more than the customers that Walmart serves. And they're two competitors. They're going after what should appear on the surface a very, very similar market. So understand what makes you different, understand how you make yourself different. Do you have this kind of lighting? Do you have that kind of lighting? What do your proposals look like? What does this look like? What does that part of your customer experience look like? That is part of your brand strategy, the end-to-end experience that your customer experiences. Are you a Walmart? Are you a Target? Are you a Macy's? Or are you a Neiman Marcus? Which one are you? And, are you a Tiffany? So decide which of these things you are and which people you're going to bring in the door and which people you're going to send away. And this is an important thing. Next year, we're doing a mastermind and brand strategy cruise because one of the things that we find is over time, businesses' brand strategies change, they evolve. The customers that we serve also change, they evolve. Our messaging changes and evolves. The things that I would have done in 2019 to attract a client are not exactly the same things that I would do in 2023. And in fact, people who know me well, because I do a ton of digital marketing, have heard me say, oh, that marketing technique is so 2020 because what you do and how you message things and how you interact with people has changed dramatically in the last several years. And in fact, if you look at like what people are doing on TikTok and what people are doing on Instagram and Pinterest, and every single platform has changed dramatically, even in the last 6 months. So your brand needs to be constantly changing, adapting, morphing, and upgrading to keep it all on track. I hope that this helps. I hope that this will help you with your business. Consider joining me for the marketing and brand strategy cruise and mastermind next year. It's going to be amazing. And guess what? You're going to get to work with me in a small group setting for the entire year. And I'm going to help you elevate and propel your brand so much further forward, so much faster, and help you get exactly where you're trying to go with your revenue goals for next year. I'm Haley Gray. I am the founder of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. I grew that group from 0 to over 75,000 members. And guess what? I did it organically. And I can teach you how to grow your business exponentially. I hope that you have an awesome night. I'll be talking with you soon. Thanks.